Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about natural resources. See the picture: the water, air, oil, forest, rock, minerals, soil, and animals. Introduction: the resource available on the earth and the energy from the sun are necessary to meet the basis requirement of all life forms on the earth. The land, the water, and the air are the resource of the earth. All of these three things are required for existence of life form. Biosphere. The important natural resources available on earth are land, water, and air. The region of earth where the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere interact and support life is called biosphere. Living organisms constitute the biotic component of the biosphere. Air, water, and soil constitute the abiotic component of biosphere. Air is a mixture of gases like nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. See the picture: the biosphere, atmosphere, the air, hydrosphere, that's called water, lithosphere, that's called earth. The breath of life, air. Plants and animals use oxygen for respiration. The combustion of fossil fuel also require energy. Combustion, respiration. Different organisms having different type way of breathing. For example, spider, chicken, caterpillar, sponges, fish, and human being. The various type of respiration is occur. The ways by which CO2 is fixed by living organism. Plants use CO2 for photosynthesis. Light energy is trapped into leaf, fixed for carbon dioxide, and released for oxygen. This is the basic photosynthetic process. Marine animals absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide and form carbonic acid. These carbonate ions are used many marine animals to make shells. See the picture, different type of shells is there. The atmosphere, a thin gaseous layer, swing which cloud that is held near Earth's surface because of the force of gravity. It is made of about 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen gas. The remaining 1% of the atmosphere include argon, water vapor, carbon dioxide, and a variety of other gases. The atmosphere acts like a blanket and moderates surface temperatures. The atmosphere also blocks some incoming solar radiation, protecting Earth species. A blanket around the Earth. The sunlight passes through the atmosphere and warms the Earth's surface. This heat is radiated back towards space. Most of the outgoing heat is absorbed by greenhouse gas molecules and re-emitted in all directions, warming the surface of the earth and the lower atmosphere. See the picture? A layer of greenhouse gases, primarily water vapor, and include much smaller amount of carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, act as a thermal blanket of the earth, absorbing heat and warming the surface to a life, supporting average of 59 degree Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius. What causes winds? The movement of air from one region to another create winds, and uneven heating of the earth's surface causes winds. On being heated, air becomes lighter and rise up. As a result, a region of low pressure is created. Then air from a high pressure region moves to a low pressure region, causing wind. See the picture? The cold region having high pressure, warm, low pressure. Air is a bad conductor of heat. Experiment. Take an empty long test tube. Hold the test tube, tilt with its mouth towards, heat the tube at its bottom on the flame of the candle. It is noticed that the figure do not feel warm. They show that the air trapped in test tube does not conduct heat from the heated bottom of the test tube to the finger. This proves that air is a bad conductor of heat. The movement of air or wind. When air gets heated, it rises up and produces low pressure, and cold air moves in to take its place. The movement of air causes winds. During the day, the land gets heated faster than the sea. So, the hot air above the land rises up and cool air from the sea moves towards the land. See, the daytime, the cool air come to earth and warm air go to the atmosphere. See the another one picture. Cold air over the water move in. Land heats up faster than water. Warm air over the land rise. The night time, warm air is evaporated. The cold air is deposited in earth. Where wind develops a result of a spatial difference in atmospheric pressures. Generally, these differences occur because of uneven absorption of solar radiation and the earth's surface. See the picture? The solar system, it's come to the cloud gate for high pressure, and low pressure the warmth is evaporated. Air pollution and its effect. The increase in the content of harmful substance in the air is called air pollution. For example, fossil fuels like coal and petroleum containing small amount of nitrogen and sulfur. When these fuels are burned, it releases oxides to sulfur and nitrogen. This oxide dissolved in rain and causes acid rain. See the picture, the industrial pollution come around here. The acid rain is come there. Smog. Burning of fossil fuels also released unburned carbon particles which reduce visibility during cold weather. Along with condensed water, it forms smog. City without smog, city with smog, the industries is produce more amount of fossil fuels. Health disorders. Regular breathing air containing these harmful substances causes allergies, cancer, heart disease. Smog, diesel exhausting particles, indoor air pollution, it's affected the respiratory disease and cardiovascular disease for human being. Rain. Water bodies get heated during the day and evaporate into the air. As the vapor rises, it cools. This causes the vapor to condense into tiny water droplets which fall down as rain. See the picture? The water bodies heated and evaporated. The vapor is arised. It's come for rain. Convective clouds. Sunlight warms surface and evaporate waters. Water, a wonder liquid. A very large area of the earth's surface is covered with water. Water is also found inside the earth, in the atmosphere as water vapor. The water in sea and oceans is saline. Fresh water is found in rivers, lakes, ponds, and as ice and snow at the people and poles and mountain in cold region. Water is needed by living organisms because all life process and cellular activities need water. So, all organisms need water to survive. The amount of water and other factors like temperature and nature of soil decide the diversity of species and the number of individuals of each species in an area. Water pollution. The increase in the content of harmful substance in water is called water pollution. Water pollution is caused by addition of harmful substance like fertilizer and pesticides from farmers, sewage from towns, cities and factories, harmful chemicals from factories, disease causing microorganism, changes in the amount of oxygen dissolved in water or change in the temperature of water. Importance of water in living organism. Organisms need water because it plays a vital role in the reactions taking place within organism, cells and body. Water acts as a universal solvent, providing a medium for the chemical reactions to occur. Substances are also transported from one part of the body to the other in the dissolved state. Therefore, it is necessary for the organisms to maintain a certain level of water within their bodies in order to stay alive. Causes of water pollution. They dissolved fertilizer, chemicals, pesticides, percolated with rainwater from the field for using agriculture purpose. Waste from industries. Breeding of decomposer microorganisms in water are the major source of causes. Soil formation. Soil is formed by breaking down of rocks at or near the surface of the earth through various physical, chemical and biological process by various factors such as the sun, water, wind and living organisms. Sun. During daytime, the rocks are heated. This causes the rock to expand. During night time, these rocks cool down and contract since all part of the rock do not undergo expansion and contraction at the same rate. This causes the formation of cracks in these rocks. These cracks lead to the breaking up of the huge rock into smaller pieces. First wedding, water-filled car, frozen to ice, break the rocks. And water. Water catalyzes the process of formation of soil in two ways. Water goes into the crack and crease formed in the rock. When this water freezes, its volume increases. As a result, the size of the crack also increases. This helps in the weathering of rocks. See the picture. The water is from the ice and once again melt or burst the rock. Running of water wears away hard rocks over long period of time. Water moving in fast speed carries big and small particles of rock downstream. These rocks rub against each other, resulting in breaking down of rock. These smaller particles are carried away by running water and deposited down its path. See the picture. Wind. Strong winds carry away rocks, which cause a rubbing of rocks. This result is breaking down of rocks into smaller and smaller particles. Living organisms. Some living organisms like lichens help in the formation of soil. What is lichen? Lichen, the association of algal fungal characters. Lichen also grow on rock. During the growth, lichens release certain substances which cause the rock surface to powder down, forming a thin layer of soil. On this thin layer of soil, some small plants like mosses also grow. They further causes the breaking down of the rock particles. Living organism. Some living organism like lichen help in the formation of soil. Lichen also grow on rock. During their growth, lichens release certain substances which cause the rock surface to powder down, forming a thin layer of soil. On this thin layer of soil, some small plants like bryophyte, mosses also grow. They further causes the breaking down of the rock particles. See the picture. Living organisms depend on soil. The top surface layer of earth capable of supporting plant life is called soil. Soil is a complex mixture comprising of minerals 45%, organic matter 5%, water 25%, air 25%, and living organism. It is an important resource that determines the diversity of life in an area. Plants are depend on the soil from where they obtain various type of minerals, water and air. All these three components are essential for the growth of plants. Animals, herbivores, dependent on plants for food. Other animals, carnivores, depending on the herbivores. Hence, all the living organisms directly or indirectly dependent on the soil. Aquatic organisms are not entirely independently of soil as a resource. Microscopic decomposer, fungi, archaebacteria and bacteria present in the bottom sediments of water bodies decompose dead, decaying organic matter into simple inorganic substance, minerals. The latter get dissolved in water and are available as nutrient for aquatic plants, and they indirectly through plants to animals. Also, water bodies get supply of minerals from soil through rivers, spring, etc., without which minerals present in the water bodies will exhaust. Aquatic green plants and animals get this mineral from water. Composition of soil. Soil is a mixture of rock particles, decayed organism called humus, living organisms, minerals, air and water. The amount of minerals, humus, air and water are the factor which decide the biodiversity in the area. Soil pollution. The addition of harmful substances which affect the fertility of the soil and kills the diversity of organisms living in it is called soil pollution. Soil pollution is caused by the excessive use of fertilizer and pesticides. It kills the organism like earthworms and bacteria, which makes the soil rich in humus. The removal of useful components and addition of other harmful substances reduce the fertility of soil and causes soil pollution. Soil erosion. The carrying away of soil from one place to other by flowing water and wind is called soil pollution. Large scale deforestation also causes soil erosion. Soil erosion can reduce or prevented by vegetative cover on the ground, afforestation, construction of bunds, traces, dams, etc. Activity. Effect of following water on top soil. Take two trays of the same size and fill them with soil. Plant mustard to green gram in one of the tray. Water both trays for a few days till the first tray is covered by plant growth. Till both of the tray at the same angle. Pour equal amount of water gently on both the trays. More soil is carried out of the tray which did not have plant grow. This so the vegetative cover reduce soil erosion. See the picture. See, biogeochemical cycle. Biogeochemical cycle are the transfer of matter and energy between the biotic and abiotic components of the biosphere. The common biogeochemical cycle are water cycle, nitrogen cycle, carbon cycle, oxygen cycle. See, the first one, water cycle. When water bodies are heated during the day, a large amount of water evaporate and rise up. Some water vapor also get into the atmosphere due to the biological activities like transpiration and respiration. As the water vapor rise, it cools and condenses to form tiny droplets of water. These appear as clouds. When the tiny droplets of water join together to form bigger drops of water, they fall down as rain, snow. Some of this water enter the ground and form groundwater. When water flows from the land to the sea, it carries many nutrients and minerals which are used by marine organisms. See the water cycle. The water is evaporated and getting for thin film layer, formation of cloud and dropping of the rainwater. The rainwater come to the soil. Some water is go to groundwater. Remaining is starting from hills to seashore. That's called as a river mouth. The another one cycle, nitrogen cycle. The nitrogen is the atmosphere is fixed into nitrogen compound in the soil by nitrogen fixing bacteria in the root nodules of leguminous plant and also during lightning. These nitrogen compounds are taken by the plants and used to make proteins. When animals eat plants, they also get protein. The nitrogen fixing bacteria, that's called as a rhizobium. The rhizobium is formation of leguminous plants in root nodules. The root nodules contain for like hemoglobin. Right. When the plants and animal die, bacteria convert the protein into nitrogen compounds like nitrate and nitrites. Other bacteria convert these nitrogen compounds back into nitrogen in the atmosphere. Nitrogen is an essential component of biological molecules like protein, nucleic acid, and some vitamins. See the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen in the atmosphere is to come for nitrogen fixation, protoplasm in plants, and nitrification. The atmospheric nitrogen, nitrification, nitrate, and nitrate form. The nitrogen fixing gene and protoplasm in animal, ammonification, formation of ammonia and nitrite once again return back to nitrogen in the atmosphere for the denitrification process. Say another one cycle, carbon cycle. Carbon in the form of carbon dioxide is used by plants to prepare glucose by the process of photosynthesis. The glucose is used to provide energy and to convert into other organic compounds. When animals eat plants, it enters the body of animals. During respiration, energy and carbon dioxide are produced. The carbon dioxide goes back into the atmosphere. Another process which adds carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere, it is combustion of fuels like coal and petroleum. The organic compound in plants and animals are also converted into carbonates, limestone, coal, petroleum, exoskeletons, shells, and some animals. Carbon is an essential compound of biological molecules like carbohydrate, fats, proteins, vitamins, and nucleic acid. See the carbon cycle. Carbon exchange between the earth and atmosphere. The industry is producing for more amount of carbon, and the automobile also exhausting lot amount of carbon, the emission, and utilized for the plants for photosynthetic purpose. The plants utilize photosynthesis getting for food materials. The carbon is essential component for plants. See the carbon cycle. CO2 in atmosphere. Organic compound in plants It's come from respiration and decompositions. The carbon organic compound in plants come to carbonate in water, limestone, coal, petroleum consumption. Organic compound in animals, once again respiration and decompositions. Inorganic carbonate shells, also organic compounds in animals, once again return back to carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The another one cycle, oxygen cycle. Oxygen is the atmosphere is used for respiration, consumption and formation of oxide of elements. Oxygen is sent back into the atmosphere during photosynthesis. Oxygen is the essential components of biological molecules like carbohydrate, fat and proteins. See the cycle of oxygen, atmospheric oxygen and return back to water molecules and respiration. Respiration comes to the carbon dioxide and photosynthesis. Organic molecules, glucose, once again return back to the atmospheric oxygen. Greenhouse effect. A part of the sunlight incident on the earth is reflected back in the form of infrared light. Some gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbon, that's called as the CFCs, also known as greenhouse gases, present in the earth atmosphere, prevent the escape of heat from the earth by absorbing this infrared light, which is reflected back by the earth, and increasing the percentage of the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere would cause an increase in the average temperature worldwide, and this phenomena is known greenhouse effect. Thus, the heating of atmosphere due to the absorption of infrared radiation by carbon dioxide molecules and other greenhouse gases is called the greenhouse effect. See the picture? The sunlight trapped into the soil area or greenhouse, the greenhouse getting reflected for the gases. That's called greenhouse effect. Oxygen and ozone. Oxygen is found in the atmosphere in the form of a dynamic molecule having two atoms of oxygen with chemical formula O. A triatomic molecules having three atoms of oxygen with chemical formula O3 called ozone. Location of ozone layer. Ozone is present in the troposphere. The stratosphere reaches 30 miles above the earth, and at the very top it contains ozone. See the earth, troposphere, ozone layer and stratospheres. Function of ozone layer. The ozone layer shields the entire earth from much of the harmful ultraviolet radiation that comes from the sun. See the picture? The sun getting for the rays, UV rays and lot of rays. The ozone layer filtered and transferred to the earth. Depletion of ozone layer. The main causes of the release of CFC, that's called chlorofluorocarbon, using for refrigerator and is producing for more amount of chlorofluorocarbon. And see the picture, the sunlight is trapped the solar radiation, the stratosphere, harmful UV rays also penetrated, the ozone layer is blocked, the ozone layer is hold is transport of ultraviolet rays into the earth. The ozone layer is depleted and troposphere, and once again comes volcanic eruptions also for depletion of ozone layers. Source of CFC: aerosol can propellants, refrigerating gases, whether ozone depleting substance can be found. See the CFC carbon spray can, air conditioner also, source of chlorofluorocarbon, insulation materials, refrigeration, air conditions, aerosols also having for CFC. Effect of depletion of ozone layer: UV rays reaches to the earth's surface and cause skin cancer in human being. See the picture? The sunlight trapped and absorbed the earth. The ozone layer depleted, the ultraviolet rays to penetrate the soil. The human also affected. Our skin also causing for cancer. Thank you.